What's good, everybody? It's your boy 313 J Mo here once again with a video for you guys. So been a little busy, but had to let everything blow over. So as we take a step back from the back-to-back losses, it's not good. Let's talk about the season, where we're at, what's going down, and things of that nature. First of all, reviewing the game from a game perspective, this loss definitely goes on Matt Patricia. Like I said, what's your calling card? His calling card is defense, so I expect the defense to be productive and play well in every game, and when they don't, you're going to receive blame for that. Matthew Stafford was amazing. And I just have a serious problem with every game this year that Matthew Stafford has played well in, we've lost. And usually, you know, it's kind of like 50-50. Stafford plays great, then it's 50-50, but it's been 0 for 3. And I just don't like how Matthew Stafford is playing well, we don't win. He doesn't play his best, then we grind it out and find a way to win. You have to find a way to win when your best players are playing well. Now, I know we lost Slade, we lost Kerryon Johnson, we lost Snacks Hairston, we lost Jared Davis, and he came back. But, you know, when I really think about Matt Patricia, I'm very disappointed in him. Adam Thielen was out for 3 quarters, bro. And you still let them torch you like that. Rashawn Melvin was getting cooked by number 81, whoever that is. He was cooking them. Even Justin Coleman was having some problems because they had to put him on Diggs, and he gave up that play to Diggs at the end. I'm just very disappointed in our defensive effort and our defensive output. When the offense, you know, they struggled on Monday putting the ball in the end zone, but the offense was still good on Monday. But the defense showed up against what I would say, a much better quarterback. And this week, the offense stepped it up. The offense got those red zone touchdowns. The offense executed. I think it was only like 2 possessions where the offense didn't score. Especially like that first possession where how do you have 12 men on the field when you about to kick a field goal to get the first points of the game, and then you got to do a punt? That's just simple, just horrible mistakes from the Detroit Lions, and that goes on Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia is the leader, or supposed to be the leader of this team. He's supposed to be the drastic change in this team. He's supposed to be the new factor. He's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to change everything about the Detroit Lions. And I'm back to where I was after we lost the Arizona game, and you know how I am. Unless you lose a game that you're not supposed to, I'm never too high when we win, never too high when we lose. But like I said, I'm back to where I was. I think this is a 9-win team, 8-win team, maybe even a 10-win team. I think we could win 10 games, but it's not gonna matter because we could still miss the playoffs. Because losing to the Vikings, now they at 5-2. Of course, their schedule gets tougher. Green Bay schedule gets tougher. Chicago schedule gets tougher. Our schedule gets a little bit easier. It's never easy to win in the NFL. It's always hard to win in the National Football League. It's never easy. Like, no team is a scrub team. You have to take every team serious unless they be looking like Miami or the 0-16 Browns or Lions. But when I'm looking at the scope of things, I told you guys in my last video, if we lost, all hope isn't lost. All hope is lost if we lose to the Raiders and we don't beat the Giants. First of all, we lose to the Giants, man. The video is gonna slow up, y'all, cause like we lose to the Giants, that's season ending. It's gonna be tough sledding. And I was tweeting during the Vikings game. I'm tweeting. I'm like, guys, it look like this gonna be a long season. And this is before the game was over. Way before it was over. I was just noticing. I'm like, they're moving the ball way too easy. Like, they're moving the ball like they used to move the ball on the old Lions defenses that Stafford had. We let Kirk Cousins have 4 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook had 2 touchdowns. We gave up 6 fucking touchdowns to the Minnesota Vikings. Where they do that at? Come on, Matt Patricia. Where they do that at? You supposed to be a defensive genius. You supposed to be a defensive master. And he is. But where were you when we needed you the most? And I'm very upset with this loss, only because I go with like turning points in the season, win a game when your back is against the wall. And I felt like that Chargers game was one of them games where like, all right, Lions, show me something. Get this W. They got it. And to me, the Packers game, we won that game. But this Minnesota game was another one of those games, and I'm like, okay, show me something, Lions. Show me that y'all top tier. And Matt Patricia went out there, laid an egg. Matthew Stafford played again. He played great again. He's been playing great all year, and we got 2 wins. Like I said on the round table, this is the greatest 2-win team I've ever seen in NFL history. Like, this is a good football team. I know people don't think we're a good football team, but it's a game of inches, and a couple things didn't bounce our way, and they stole a win from us. Like, when the NFL out here stealing wins, y'all remember it happened in 2017 with Atlanta. They stole a win from us, kept us from making the playoffs. They're always stealing wins, but this is the best 2-win team I've ever seen. And what does that mean? We're a 2-win team, so it must not mean anything. No, what it means is still the NFL. It's still football. We're not mathematically out of it yet, but we now we have no margin for error. So you have no margin for error, and now you have to win games. And shout out to Pride Time B. Pride Time B was saying this, and a couple other people were saying, the Lions went out and we lost to 3 very, very good football teams. Now, Minnesota, I still got question marks about them. I believe that the Packers are a much improved team. Minnesota can't come in. Even if Minnesota beat us without scoring 42, let us lose, 24-20. You can't let Minnesota come in and drop 42 without Adam Thielen for 3 quarters. Like, come on, man. It's just pitiful. And with Lions, we have to get healthy. But this is my thing. It's about the schedule. All these other teams face these weak teams while we were going against a murderer's row schedule. Our murderer's row schedule is now over, but at the end of the day, you got to go out and win these football games. Okay, so you got New York next. I don't overlook anybody, but I just simply feel with New York that the Lions are very angry. We're very motivated. We're extremely angry, and we're at home. And we're going to come to play. Like, Stafford had 4 touchdowns. He probably had 4 touchdowns again. He might have more against that Giants defense. I just think we're too much for the Giants. We're too much for them. Okay, we'll beat them, I feel like. And then it's the Raiders. The Raiders is a pick'em type of game. They're 3-4, I think. Just lost to the Packers, but they beat the Bears. The Bears ain't what I told y'all. The Bears weren't gonna be that good, but I also said the Packers weren't gonna be that good. So it is what it is. So, but you have to look at it from that perspective, and you just gotta keep grinding and keep finding a way to win these games. You beat the Raiders. The Bears aren't what they are. You got to go beat them. You got to go beat the Cowboys. You got to beat the Redskins and the Bears again. So this next 6-game stretch is going to seriously decide our season, because I think we can win all 6. But I looked at something, and it kind of gave me a little bit of pain, because it's a little bit true. They said the Lions are the type of team to do what we just did, go on a 6-7 game win streak, lose to the Redskins somehow, beat the Bucks, beat the Broncos. Last game of the season, somehow the way the season turned out, season on the line, beat Green Bay, we make the playoffs and win the division, lose, we out the playoffs, we don't win the division because of tiebreakers, everything be on the line. Last play of the game, Aaron Rodgers got the football as always. NFL makes up a new rule and we get fucked over out of a season again, and the Lions don't do nothing again. Now, when I saw that, I was like, that's messed up, because the Lions, we really could go on a 6-game win streak, have a dud game, and somehow everything will bounce our way to the point where the division or the playoffs is on the line in the last game, and we play great. We play our best football game ever, and the NFL does what they do best and call some magical call so their darling can win the game and keep us out of it again. That's very, very high possibility of that happening. But this is my point, man. The Lions went out and we lost to 3 good teams. It's not like we lost to... You got to win these games against good teams. We know this. Like, you have to win these games. We beat Green Bay. Like, that's what I want Lions fans that's feeling real bad to realize. We beat Green Bay and they just stole it. But now that L is on our record, we lost to 3 really good teams. I think the Vikings are good, but I don't think we should allow them to score 42 points. To me, that's more of our fault. But I just feel like it ain't over yet. You got to beat New York. You got to beat the Raiders. Like I said, the Raiders game is the game that's going to decide the season. But I will say this. I don't think we'll win the division. And I don't think we'll make the playoffs either because of tiebreakers. That Minnesota, like, we're going to have to find a way to get some tiebreakers over Minnesota if we want to, and hope that they lose some games. Because to me, that's the serious thing. I think we going to either win like 8 games or 9. Like I said, I think we can win 10. And Minnesota somehow goes 11-5 and something like, and we still get pushed out. And it's a lot of good teams in the NFC. You still got Seattle in the NFC. You gonna have the Rams fighting for a spot. You got the Panthers still. So it's a lot of good teams. But my main thing is you gotta learn from it and build. Your back's against the wall. You lost 3 games in a row. You gotta get back to winning games. That's all. It's the NFL. You got to get back to winning games. This is a very, very tough loss, but it all goes on Matt Patricia. Darrell Bevel, that 4th down call. I don't know what that was. Lions' fault. We grinded and we took another L. It sucks. So we have to just be better. I know we definitely can be better, and I do have a lot of hope for this team, at least next year and in the future. I have a lot more positivity about this team because we have almost all of the pieces, but Bob Quinn needs to make some type of trade or something, get some type of pass rush and see what we can do, or you just stick with the team that you have and see how it falls. It's the NFL. But it's your boy 313 J-Mo. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this game. Lions lose to the Minnesota Vikings, man, at home. Not good, but let me know what you think about this, man. It's your boy 313 J-Mo.